Blind date. Fuck blind dates. Last night was the actual worst. Let's go back. The main reason I agreed to this was because I owed my sister a favor. 2 days ago she cornered me in the bedroom and told me about her friend Martha. She's a year younger than me. Was feeling super bummed because her last boyfriend flat out ghosted her. And she was super nice. It was either I go on a date with this girl I didn't know, or pay my sister $200. Out of the two, I'm picking the date. Martha and I chose to meet at a local pub. The moment I got there and saw her, I knew this was going to freaking suck. I'm a little superficial, but we all are when we date. We have types. Martha was really not my type. Calf-length khaki skirts, itchy olive green sweaters, cat-eyes glasses, hair done in 2 braids. She looked like a librarian. A very boring librarian. My type is a bit more flashy and a bit more fun. I of course sat across of her, introduced myself. Maybe the boring librarian aesthetic hit someone who secretly went caving on the weekends and loved skydiving. No. This book you absolutely could judge by its cover, and this book was a fucking Webster dictionary. Every sentence that came out of Martha's mouth was in a monotone, and she had practically no life. She went to school, she came home, she studied, she played with her cats. She has 4, Eileen, Jane, Amelia and Nellie. And she read non-fictional novels. She didn't even have a TV. You'd expect a geeky looking girl like this to at least marathon The Witcher or The Mandalorian over a few weekends. I was starting to sympathize with the ghostly boyfriend when I decided to give myself a break by offering to go up to the bar and get us something to drink. She asked for a soda. I was going to get something a little harder for myself. As I stood at the bar, I heard someone clear her throat next to me. Rough date? I glanced up and saw another woman, dark-haired with the most dazzling amber eyes I've seen in a human being. The color of a glass of whiskey. She laughed and offered me her hand. I've seen that face a lot, made it too. I'm Tanya. David. I shook her hand. It's a blind date. Tanya grimaced and nodded. Oh, say no more. I feel your pain, she said, giving me a pat on the shoulder. It's not that she isn't nice. She's just not my type. I took a deep breath. I'm probably going to split as soon as the dinner is gone, telling her it's not working out. Tanya laughed. That's fair, but my advice? Better make clear pretty quick. This will not lead to something more. Don't want to hurt her feelings, you know, she said. I nodded before scooping up our drinks. If you're still here after she leaves, buy you a drink? I offered. Tanya winked. We'll see, she sing-songed. I waved my back to the table. I just barely sat down when Martha blurted out, You like her, don't you? It was the first time all night she actually had emotion in her voice. And it was not good. Shit! I glanced over Tanya, who was chatting with a few other of her girlfriends now. We just chatted for a second, I said. Martha took a deep breath, taking off her glasses to clean them off with a sweater. That's not a no, she mumbled. Now I was feeling like an asshole. And yeah, I probably deserved to. I shifted uncomfortably in my chair and decided to just be honest. Listen, you're great, but I'm not your type, Martha interrupted, A bitter sounding laugh, leaving her a second after. I fucking know, David. I'm going to the bathroom. Leave me alone. She shut up and stormed to the bathroom, a tear tickling down the side of her face. I shrunk down in my chair, definitely feeling like an asshole. Here was this perfectly nice girl, maybe a bit socially awkward, but nice. And here I was, hitting on other girls while I was on a date with her. Wow. Crown me king of the assholes, because that was a low move. I spent the next several minutes planning my apology, imagining poor Martha sobbing her eyes out in the bathroom. I did went wrong, and I had to make it right. About 15 minutes passed before I decided to go get her. I was worried. Maybe she was really upset and needed to be driven home. Just a bit of context. The doors to the bathroom at the pub were known for being a little loosey-goosey on the hangers, meaning I just reached up to knock and I accidentally pushed the door open. It was like time stopped when I looked inside. Martha was standing at the sinks. She wasn't crying anymore. She looked calm, disturbingly calm, for someone whose hands had apparently melted over another woman's face. This other woman had dropped to her knees in front of Martha, her whole body limp and only held up by the melted skin grip that Martha had on her. The woman's skin was turning black down her neck, and I swear I saw it inch down the second the door was open. It took until the door closed until I realized I recognized that woman's dress. Tanya. It was Tanya! I did something potentially dumb. In that, I just headed back to my table and sat down, texting my sister to pick me up, because I assumed I'd been drugged. There was no way I saw what I just did, right? That's not even possible. Another minute ticked by as I stared at my phone, waiting for my sister to fucking answer me, which ended me nearly jumping out of my skin when Martha plopped down in a chair across of me. Hi, sorry it took so long. Martha smiled. I think we need to start from scratch. I glanced over the bathroom. Something happened in there? I asked. Maybe. Martha laughed. The first time I'd hear her laugh all night. It gave me fucking chills. The only thing I could pick out as different so far was that she had taken her hair out of her braids, the wavy length coming down past her shoulders. I swallowed before glancing out the door. Listen, I'm actually not feeling well, and no, I'm not trying to ditch you. I swear to God. I think someone slipped something in my drink, or I'm getting sick. So I'm trying to get a hold of my sister to take me home, I said. Oh no, you poor thing! Martha reached across the table and rested her cool fingers on my forehead. I think you are feeling a bit warm. Tell your sister not to bother. I'll just drive you. What was I supposed to say? No thanks, I'll just wait for someone who doesn't have melty hands? Yeah, I'll have to let her drive me home. I'll make plans to pick up my car in the morning, when I didn't feel like I'd been slipped LSD. Martha handed me a sealed water bottle. Once I settled in the passenger seat. Drink this, nice and slow. What's your address again? After taking a sip, I told her, and then glanced at the dashboard, where a book was resting. I picked it up and read the title aloud. Invisible Darkness? Yeah, a friend gave it to me, Martha said as we drove out the parking lot. You remember when I said I liked non-fiction? Don't assume I'm crazy or anything, but I actually really like true crime novels. I wouldn't think you would be crazy for that. I went back to think that Tanya, kneeling over the floor in the bathroom. Lots of people like those. What got you into them? Martha bit the bottom of her lip before glancing over at me. Well, I picked it up along the way for someone I knew. Sorry for the nothing answer. I mean, isn't that how that always works? Most people are just pieces and parts of everyone they know, if you think about it. It was then it hit me. What was suddenly so very difficult about Martha. You remember the glasses I talked about, right? They were gone. And instead of cauliflower blue eyes, that I did find kinda pretty, her eyes were amber, the color of a glass of whiskey, just like Tanya's. By the time I was dropped off, Martha looked less like herself and more like Tanya. Every time I glanced over, she was just a little different. Her cheekbones a little sharper, her lips a little further, her figure a little more hourglass shaped. I couldn't get into my apartment fast enough. I don't know what I saw last night, and I'm not sure if I want to know. But Martha texted me, saying that we should try again this weekend. She says this time she'd pick me up since she knows where I live now. I'm so fucking afraid of what she'd take from me if I turn her down.